What's up, Bulls fans? The Chicago Bulls lose a game against the Pacers behind a great game by Tyrese Halliburton where he completely takes control and owns the Bulls. We went down early, tried to fight our way back, just couldn't match the scoring and pace of the Pacers despite having a great game from Patrick Williams and for having a great effort by Dalen. We'll talk about all that right after the intro.
Give me the hot sauce! Give me the hot sauce, Pop!
And the Bulls have the lead by 3.
I want to go higher! Oh my goodness!
Welcome to the Let's Talk Bulls podcast.
When you look at this game, the Chicago Bulls tried their best to beat the Indiana City Pacers, and they just couldn't pull it off. That's what we're going to talk about today, but before we do, welcome to the channel. This is Let's Talk Bulls. I'm your host, Quinton, and if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell notification so you're notified when I drop more of these videos, and let's get into it. The big reason the Chicago Bulls lost this game was Tyrese Halliburton. Came out, played his game, and had a record of a night. 21 points, 3 rebounds, 20 assists, 6 for 13 from the three-point line, and no turnovers. 20 assists and no turnovers. This is the first time a player has scored 20 assists and no turnovers in the NBA since Chris Paul 7 years ago. The Bulls let someone do a record that hasn't been done in 7 years. That's the type of game that we saw tonight. And a big part of that is the Pacers are a great offensive team. They're one of the highest scoring teams in the league. They know how to play. They know how to pace the floor. And they just do what they need to do. Honestly, having a point guard like Halliburton who sees people, can make great passes, and also can get his own offense helps them tremendously. And we just couldn't fight with it. That with Andre Drummond also getting in foul trouble early in this game, stopping him from having that big impact that he had last game, we can see that the Bulls had to go small and just couldn't match up correctly, especially with Miles Turner, who had 24 points, 6 rebounds in this game. And then you had Smith with 15 points, 7 rebounds. The Bulls just couldn't compete. They did not have the height. Playing Terry Taylor at 6'5" against a 6'11" center is not going to help you. And honestly, to put salt in our wounds, we had 12 seconds left, and Billy decided to put in Sanogo and just let us all see that he does know who he is. He just didn't want to play him. But with that, we're going to talk about the Bulls as well. Bulls didn't have the best game. We tried to fight back. Kobe had another hard game. You can see he's really struggling with his three-point shot. He's struggling with finding out how to score with the way defenses are now officially playing him. 16 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 for 4 from the free throw line. He's struggling from 3 still, but he did hit one really big 3 around 34 feet away from the basket late in the game. You could see him pull up with confidence. We were hoping he would turn it around then, but then he missed his next 3-point shot. So right now I believe Kobe is 1 for 18 in his last 3 games. It's something we have to work on. I think he's just struggling right now with this new type of defensive sets that people are running. He'll probably get over it pretty soon. There's my cat, all happy to be in the video. And he'll probably get through that and work his way to being a better player. But you got to get out of this drought by shooting still. We saw him pass up a lot of good shots because it seemed like he might be afraid to take those shots. Now with that, one person who wasn't afraid to take shots this game was Patrick Williams. Patrick Williams took over this game from the go. First time out, as soon as the game started, went up, got a mid-range shot. He also, after that, hit a Jordan-like mid-range pull-up that looked beautiful. Patrick Williams, 22 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 9 for 14 from the field, and 2 steals, honestly. Patrick had a great game. He was very aggressive. He took great shots. He really got towards the rim, and he just showed that he was active. This was one of those games where you really love to see that Patrick can show that he has talent. He can be a star in this league. He could be a star on this team. He needs to do this more often. Patrick taking 14 shots this game, and that's where I want Patrick. I want Patrick in that 14 to 17 shot range right now. Get your shots up. The more you shoot, the more confidence you get on making those shots, and the more you start to progress. So let him get that time. Let him get those shots, and I need Patrick to keep that aggression that he had this game going forward. Drummond, 7 points, 16 rebounds. He didn't play a lot at the end of this game, but honestly, the man did his thing on the rebound. it's who he is, right? They showed a stat during this game that he's one of the top, I believe, top 3 or 4 rebounders in the history of the NBA. Andre Drummond can get rebounds. The issue with Andre Drummond is he gets into foul trouble very easily, right? And that's something we needed him not to do this game. With Vooch out, Drummond getting into foul trouble, we were down to putting Patrick Williams as a center, right? And that's not something you want. Having Patrick Williams as a center, having Terry Taylor as a center, putting Caruso to play power forward because we just don't have a big to defend did not help us. It helped Miles Turner eat. He just ate. It was so easy for him to get to the rim and just have them throw him the ball. No one could guard him because no one's tall enough. We have to get some more depth. Or Billy has to start playing our taller players, right? Another person who didn't play this game, right? Julian Phillips didn't play until the last, 12 to 15 seconds. Sonogo didn't play till the last 12 to 7 seconds. Both of those people could have played power forward or center for a little bit just to try to get someone out there who maybe could do something. And we didn't do it. We have to work on doing things like that. Just in a game like this where you're losing and you need the energy, try it out. See what happens, right? If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But at least give us an effort of trying to play those players, right? Moving on from that, we're going to talk about DeMar DeRozan, 21 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 7 for 8 from the free throw line. He was getting to the free throw line. At the beginning of this game, DeMar also looked like he was connecting from the mid-range. He had found his shot. He started to go away from that a little bit towards the end of the game. You can see the Bulls got into a shooting struggle towards the end of this game. And part of that seems like they were just trying to match Indiana. Right, when they started playing defense, when they went down and went on their run, they were down by, I believe, 25 points, went on a run and got the lead. Part of that was because they were playing strong defense. They were letting their defense transition into their offense. They were attacking the rim. But what happened is once Halliburton got back in, the Bulls started trying to match the Pacers' speed. They tried to start scoring like they were the Pacers. And with Kobe White struggling, with the Bulls not having the type of three-point shooters that the Pacers have, we could not match it. And that is what destroyed us in the end, trying to play too fast for what we have, and we just got stagnant. We started missing shots and just couldn't make up for it. Now, Alex Caruso had a good game, 15 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. He did what he does. Ayo Dosunmu off the bench again with a great game, 15 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. 1 for 2 from the free throw line, 7 for 15 from the field. Ayo was getting downhill. He wasn't shooting too well. He also wasn't really attacking as much as I think he could have, but you can see he was really having a good game. Ayo has started to really prove he can come off the bench and change a game. He's one of the best finishers this team has, and having him work that hard is great to see, but I want to see him do more, right? I want to see him attack more. He has strength. He has the ability to finish at the rim. Keep driving. Last, I want to talk about Dalen Terry. Got his minutes. Dalen Terry, this game, he only had 6 points. He only had 3 rebounds and 1 assist. And if you're a person who watches the stats, if you're a person who thinks scoring is the end-all, be-all of the NBA, you would say, watching his stats, that Dalen didn't have that good of a game, right? But what you don't notice is that Dalen played great defense this game. 3 blocks, 1 steal. And not only did he have 3 blocks, not only was he a plus 29 for the game, Dalen was contesting everyone, right? He wasn't getting the block every time, but what he was doing was playing solid defense, playing on his man, keeping up, and getting a hand up when they took a shot. He was playing amazing there, and you even saw at one point he asked for a oop. They didn't throw it for him, but you can see him starting to gain confidence in what he can do. He's learning that his spot on this team, kind of like Ayo when Ayo first started getting minutes, is to play defense and to get out on the fast break. And that's what he has to do. He has to find his role, what's going to get him out on the floor, and what's going to keep the team moving forward. Javon Carter, 0 for 5. He's there for defense. His shooting's been off a little bit. I'm not going to say more than that. But yeah, other than that, the Bulls played the way they could. They couldn't beat the Pacers. They couldn't match the energy. And honestly, the big takeaway from this game, I have to say, is Patrick Williams showing out and showing he can be one of the best scorers on the team certain nights. If only he can get that consistently, we'll have a big step. And two, sometimes the Bulls just don't have it in them. There's just certain teams that are better than us right now. And the Pacers are one of them, right? Before we get out of here, I'm going to talk about Buddy Hield. 19 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. He can shoot. And this takes me to the issue the Bulls have been having all year. We cannot play teams that shoot. For some reason, the Bulls leave shooters wide open. We try to help out. We do not understand that once someone covers your mistake, someone has to cover theirs. And you see this happen all the time. The Bulls play great. They have someone take over them, dive man. They take over and help out, but no one helps them, and someone gets a wide open three-point shot. And it's always the person who's the best shooter on the opposing team. Every time. Or we double and we leave the best shooter open every time. I don't know why it's the best shooter, but it's always the person who's hit 4 threes and the Bulls just decide, yeah, he's not going to hit another one. So what I want to hear from you guys, I'm going to ask you a question. Do you think the Bulls by the end of the year will fix their issue with switching and leaving the open shooter open? Will they fix this by the end of the year? Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think, if you think they will or if they won't. And with that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope you have a wonderful time. If you did enjoy the game, I'm sorry. Losses suck sometimes, but try to take some positive affirmations that Patrick Williams has arrived, and the Bulls did fight back being down to come back and almost win this game at one point before crashing and burning at the end. Last, y'all have a good night. Fire Billy Donovan. Peace.